I was given the chance to go see Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in advance, so here's my review of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. You know how the last thing most people do when they die is soil themselves? Well, that's kind of what happened with the DCEU. In its final moments, the last thing it does is soil themselves. I know this sounds pretty ironic coming from me, but I honestly wasn't a huge fan of the first Aquaman movie, and to this day, I struggle to understand how that movie made $1 billion. So with the sequel coming out and reports about this movie being so bad that people walked out started showing up, there was still a little plankton-sized glimmer of hope in me that hoped this movie would be somewhat still good, and that people were just being too harsh. But nope, it's as bad as everyone thought it was gonna be. Let's start with the positives first, because we gotta be fair here. The dynamic between Orm and Arthur was really fun to watch, although I've seen this done better elsewhere. There was still an attempt to make you care about these two brothers. I also like the few moments of horror in this movie. I honestly think they should have leaned more towards the horror aspect of the movie and make something a little more serious and less 90s superhero camp, because believe me, this straight up feels like a movie they would have made during the Batman and Robin era. I wish I could say they did that but with modern effects, but yeah, the effects are bad too. This movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes, but boy do you feel every second of this movie because the pacing was just terrible. Overall, I'd say I'm just glad we're scraping everything and getting a reboot because let's face it, this franchise needs it.